What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to check out HoverAir's X1 foldable little selfie drone. Now, I know this is not an FPV drone. It's not probably something that the broad base of our community is really going to be interested in. This is more of a mainstream product, something that, again, another company is trying to kind of cater to the selfie crowd, if you want to call it that. It does not come with a transmitter. Doesn't fly with your Radio Master Boxer or TX16 or anything like that. You can't fly it with FPV goggles unless you decide to hook up your phone and maybe Google Cardboard goggles. Aside from that, we're going to show you how it works today. Mine came with the charger, 2 batteries here, so we're just going to charge it up with the USB cable. I'm going to download the app to my phone. We have an iPhone 15 to play with today with this one, and we'll do some backyard flying with it, and we'll see if it can do the follow me around the yard without actually crashing, and if the integrity of this little quad holds up. It does have some inverted motors on here, which is kind of fun. It has a little mechanical gimbal in the front. It looks like maybe a 1 or 2 axis gimbal. The battery goes into the top of the drone, and it looks like it has a variety of different features here on the front of this. It has a push button on and off. Looks like it also has some optical flow on the bottom, so that'll be fun. Plenty of venting in here, and it almost looks like 11 I'd say 1000 series motors with 4-blade quad props on here. They are bullnosed, and they look very similar to Cinewhoop style props. So who knows, maybe you can make your real estate fly-through videos with this little guy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go outside and see what kind of video this little X1 makes, and if it survives a drone camps experience video. So here we go outside. Let's do the flight test. We'll come back to the bench and we'll talk about this little X1 on the bench. And if you're interested, stick around. You can learn some more about it. No pressure to buy this on my channel. As always, I'm not telling you what to buy, and I'm not an affiliate of this company. So that link down there is just for you and no other purpose. But I think it looks pretty fun. I just hope it actually flies good. So let's take it outside now. It's all charged up. We'll do some X1 flying. Here we go. Okay, guys, welcome to the backyard. You know, the whole point of this thing is that it is simple and easy to fly. So let's just see how easy it is. I'm gonna go ahead and try to connect to it now by pushing once, pushing again, and turning it on. Little green light in the front. And it says something when it starts up too. It lets you know that it's starting up. Has a little voice activation.
Current mode, follow.
So right now it's in follow mode, and I can select different modes by pressing the button above the on-off button. Now I'm in orbit.
Bird eye.
Bird eye mode. Custom mode. Snapshot mode. Hover mode, and zoom out. So we're just going to take off in follow mode. Let's just go ahead and walk around the backyard a little bit, and let's just see how close or far away it gets. I know that you can do different distances as well, so we're going to go ahead and connect to it now, to the phone. And I'm always terrified of these little drones that don't have an RC transmitter with them. They just kind of freak me out, but we'll see if it'll just go ahead and take off the way it is. It also has this smart preview thing here, so that should let us connect to the Wi-Fi. We're going to join that network, and hopefully to show us the real-time view right here on the camera, and also try to show you the app view. Hopefully that's recording on my iPhone 15, so now we can see. And let's just go ahead and pick it up, because the whole point of this thing is that you're supposed to be able to launch it out of your hand, which I usually don't do, but yeah. So it says waiting to take off, and I think the way that we take off is to press the button right here, short press it. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in video mode. We're gonna start recording video, and we're gonna press that button. So it's in standard follow. Let's see if it takes off. Cool, okay. So let's see what you got, X1. So I really wanna try this out with the bicycle to see how well it'll follow me with the bike. But let's just go ahead and walk backwards a little bit and see if it'll continue to follow me. And I'm kind of wondering like how this video looks, you know? Hopefully it doesn't hit the chair. I just recently started like spring cleanup in the backyard here, so it's gonna look a little nicer back here. Let's go ahead and walk through the grapevine area over here and see if it can still follow me. I think it's following the phone too, so And I kind of wonder how fast this little guy can get going. Again, this is like terrifying for me to, you know, fly something without an RC transmitter. And honestly, I'm not flying it at all. It's flying itself. So it does pretty much have its own little autonomy here. It's autonomous as all. But you know what? I see it tilting a little bit, and I'm kind of wondering how that translates out in the video with the EIS stabilization. So let's go a little faster, see if I can lose it. So I'm almost trying to run out of frame here. So okay, X1, that was pretty good. You can outmaneuver somebody in their 40s. So let's go ahead and take off this way. So for sports type stuff. Wow, it's actually picking up speed. That's pretty cool. I think this will work with the bicycle. So should we try the bike? Let's go ahead and go out now and let's try the bike with the X1. That was pretty impressive, X1. That was cool. Here we go. All right, guys, we're out here with the e-bike. I have the drone, and we're gonna go ahead and try to ride down this muddy, wet trail today and see if it can kind of avoid hitting these trees. I really don't think it can. It's probably not like a Skydio, so I might be asking for trouble for this flight test, but let's go ahead and connect to the app real quick. Let's turn it on. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the app. Let's see here. HoverAir X1. It's disconnected right now, but once I long press this button, should give me that green light and connect pretty quick. So let's go ahead and connect. It's looking for it. Okay.
Current mode, follow.
And it's so terrifying that this thing does not like have any transmitter, but you know, it's supposed to keep it simple, right? And in the backyard, it worked really great as far as speed goes. We'll do a speed test on the bike as well down the street so you can see kind of how fast this thing will actually get going. And I'm sure that the bike's a little faster than this, but who knows? We'll see. Okay, now we're connected to the drone. Let's go ahead and start recording. Now I'm gonna press here to get it to take off. All right. Okay, so it's pretty thick back there, but let's just go ahead and hop on the bike and see what happens. There are a few different modes of flying that we can do as far as like making it fly lower and higher. So it looks pretty stable. I'm just gonna hope that it doesn't hit anything here. I'm gonna go kind of slow through this part. This is probably like the most narrow section of this entire trail. And it is pretty muddy right here. Let's see what happens. I can see the real-time view on my phone. Looks like the drone is still back there following me. There are some trees coming up. And again, I don't feel like this has like object avoidance, but then again, I'm not sure. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't end up in the mud. All right, still going. It's pretty much doing a straight shot through here. So we'll see what happens. You know, I kind of like to take this at speed, but then again, I'm really kind of worried it's gonna crash, but there we go. I'm gonna be the one to crash, probably not the drone. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get some speed up, see how it does around this curve. All right, it's still back there, so I'm just gonna go, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more gears in the bike, and let's go up this hill. Wow, I actually spun out a little bit here. All right, it's doing pretty good. I don't want to jinx it. There's a little tight spot right through here. It's keeping up though. Let's put a little more speed in it. I can hear it kind of falling behind a little bit, but hopefully the video's recording on the drone. We've got the GoPro going. Should have had the 360 cams out on this test. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Oh, it just hit a tree. Ah, it hit its first tree. Let's, ouch, I hit my leg on the bike. Oh God. Oh, oh. I have no idea where it went. I wonder if this thing has a beeper. It's probably lost forever. Ouch. Oh, I see it in the camera view. Oh, there it is. Oh man, my leg. Oh, that hurt. Ah, yeah. Hello, little guy. You're still sitting there. Let's see if, ooh. So here it is right here. So I came right by this tree, and you know, I guess it's following the phone, right? So it just didn't see this tree and bam, straight into that tree. So if there's anything close in your flight path, oh, but otherwise it was working pretty good through that narrow section. Man, I freaking nailed my leg. Ooh, yeah. I got all excited and hopped off the bike. Ah, there's a little bit of a strawberry there. Ah, yeah. Oh, I'm not 20 anymore, you guys. Ah, yeah, that hurt, that hurt. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna try to take off again. Oh, let's do some more follow. Ah. I don't know if it needs to be recalibrated or what. You know what? It started to automatically record right then. That was cool. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm recording on the GoPro, which I am. All right, let's do this. This is fun, you guys. This might be a little tool for like playing around with the e-bike reviews. I better put the kickstand up. Kickstand up would be a good idea. Okay, guys, there's another tree right here that's exactly like the one we just hit close to the path before. Let's see, it made a wide turn that time. I need to gear down a little bit. I'm kind of like chooching through here pretty good. All right, so, oh man, really checked my shin on that e-bike. So it's not quite like a Skydio or anything, but you know, I mean, this is way cheaper and I feel like it's doing a pretty decent job. You know, if you're riding a mountain bike trail, I feel like the mountain bike trails would probably be a little bit more wide open. Just really just depends on where you're riding. Oregon's pretty thick in places, but we have some great trails. All right, here's a lot of mud right here, so I'm gonna slow down through this part. I did have to bring out an e-bike today with some fenders. So, you know, right now, I think we should go down this little road right here. This is a super muddy, bumpy little road. But let's check our drone battery. Looks like, oh man, our drone battery is really low. We should probably land it so it doesn't land itself in a puddle or something. Because I think when the drone battery dies, that it'll automatically stop and land. So let's go ahead and kind of stop the drone and we'll put a fresh battery in there. I have one more battery in my pocket, so it's pretty cool. Here we go. Off. It's in follow mode again, so we're gonna ride down the road with this thing. I want you to take off there. So it backed up about 6 foot, back off me. All right, here we go. Let's do some riding. Whoa, this bike tried to take off on its own here. Okay. All right. I wonder how it's doing. I can see my real-time view here on the phone. And coming up on some pavement here. Smart preview.
Please hold the device to face the user.
Okay. Okay, so we're in a smart preview. Let's try that real quick. Press record. Press the button here.
Follow.
All right. Take off, little guy. Okay, cool. Ready? Here we go. Let's do the speed test. We'll see how far away it is this time. All right, I am in like speed mode number 5 here. So I can hear it kind of jerking around back there. And let's see if you guys can see that on the GoPro. It is kind of like, it's having some difficulty. And it is at a further distance, so I'm not surprised. If we keep it closer, I wonder if it'll do better. But let's just go ahead and get up to speed here and see what it does. Let's see if it can hang. Okay, 15 miles an hour. Almost top speed, 18. See if we can get to 18. I just left it in the dust back there. I wonder where it went. Is it still coming? Oh, it's in the middle of the road back there, just hanging out. Let's see if it finds me when I come up. All right, are you there? Oh, there you are. I outrun you. Okay, so let's try that again. Anything over like 10 miles an hour, it looks like this thing can't hang. So, but it looks cool if you're just kind of cruising on your bike about 7 to 8 to 10 miles an hour max. I think this thing's got. So let's give it a little zigzag, shall we? Let's give it a little zigzag in the road. All right, we're gonna take it down the trail in this park coming up. That's pretty good, I think, for a little selfie drone. It's doing its best back there. A little drone it could. Okay, so let's go down this side of the trail first. It's pretty bumpy out here, so how's that video look? I wonder how the video looks, guys, because I haven't seen what the video looks like at this point in the review. So uh-oh, there goes a tree. All right, so we come out in the middle and have it orbit us real quick before we lose battery. All right, surprised I can ride a bike with one hand in this field. It's like it's been raining for like 2 weeks, I swear. Okay, all right, so at this point let's try hover in orbit mode. Let's stop the video there. Okay, now it's orbiting. It's gonna hit the bike. Don't hit the bike, don't hit the bike. Wow, that's a close orbit. That looks pretty cool. Actually, I wonder if I can ride and orbit at the same time. What do you guys think? Should we try to ride and orbit? Let's press record. And it should be in orbit. It's already lost us. What happened to you, drone? All right. Okay, so we're in orbit mode. Let's go ahead and press record again. So there's some quirks to this thing. It's not perfect. I'm not saying it is. All right, here we go. Okay, see what you got this time. Okay, it's showing the bike. It's gonna oh, there it goes. It's gonna orbit me. Man, that's a stinking close orbit. I guess it is a selfie drone, right? Okay, it came back to center right there. Just gonna do one. That's all I get. Now it's coming back to me automatically. What the heck? Okay, it wants me to land. Okay, fine. All right, now what about some other modes here? Let's try out I just want this thing to follow me on the bike. That's all I want to do with it. How about let's do zoom out. Okay, and it'll give you kind of a preview of it, which is kind of cool. So bird eye, let's try that one.
16 feet.
16 feet bird eye. So there's nothing behind us. Okay, you ready? All right, what you got? Bird eye, go. Okay. Technology is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now what would be neat is if this would do like bird's eye follow. That would be cool. And maybe the Skydio will do bird's eye follow. It's gonna land on my head. Almost landed on my head. So okay, that was that was bird's eye. Hover.
Zoom out.
Zoom out. Let's try zoom out, you guys. Okay.
10 feet.
Uh-oh.
Zoom out.
Hopefully it starts recording automatically. There's no red light on the drone. So there it is. Now it's recording. Droney reveal. I think they used to call this a droney. So now it's coming back. And it should stop recording once it lands in my hand. Check you out. You know what? I think the guys did a pretty good job on this so far. It does have some quirks, but I crashed it into a tree. It fell in the middle of the bike path. It followed me down the mountain bike trail. Thank God it didn't land in water, but there is a little bit of venting in here. You could have a little wire damage, but the optical flow works great. The app seems to be fun and intuitive. Like, it's pretty easy to figure out. It says 16% battery life left, so maybe we should just put it in follow mode again. And have it follow me until the battery runs out, and we'll just see what it does. I think it's just gonna land. So I'm gonna move over here to follow. I just love the follow mode. From the olden days. Okay, so I'm gonna tap the phone, or tap. I'm gonna tap the drone, not the phone. Okay, there we go. All right, okay, follow me, guy, until you run out of battery. So let's get back on well, it's kind of a trail over here. And today's the first day, like this part of the day is the first day. It hasn't been raining in like forever. So It's pretty wet and slushy in here. Oh, it's telling, my phone is actually vibrating, telling me low battery, please land as soon as possible. Well, you know what? We're not gonna land. We're gonna keep going. See what happens to you, X1. We're gonna keep going. Low light situation. It says not to go under or go into low light situation, but we're gonna do that, and we're gonna run you down until the battery is completely dead and see what it does. I'm just gonna, uh-oh, it stopped. Couldn't find us. It says returning. It's not returning, it's landing. So okay, it lied to us. It's at first I thought it was gonna return home to the field over there where we took off from, and with all these trees around, that would have been bad. So yeah. Let's that was a lot of fun. Let's go back to the bench now. Let's check out the little Hover X1 on the bench, and HoverAir X1, whatever they call it, and just look at it a little bit closer, give you a little more information on this one before I let you go. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to the bench, and the first thing I wanted you to see is the price. This drone, it's not the cheapest drone in the world. If you're looking for something that's just kind of stupid easy to use, and you're not wanting to get into FPV, maybe this would be your first drone before you go into FPV. You're gonna just invest in this and buy FPV later. There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff you need to buy to get into FPV. So I don't want you to be disappointed if you buy this and then you realize, oh my God, I can't use any of this stuff to get into flying FPV drones. So I don't wanna mislead you by telling you that anything here in this box is compatible with anything that we do for FPV. The only experience for FPV that you get out of the X1 is through your phone, watching yourself ride your bicycle in that real-time view. I think the real-time view is pretty good. It doesn't lag a lot, which is good to see. But it does say, you know, pocket size HDR video, which is also cool. $479 on Amazon. They also have their website with all their information on there for HoverAir. It's called thehover.com. You can see X1 there, self-flying camera. Make flying fun again. I like that. Maybe I should start saying that on my channel, because yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun and check out what's new. It seems to be very similar to DJI's website as well, just kind of with that intelligent scrolling. Yeah, and it really does take off from your hand. And just having those props around the hand make it a little bit nerve-wracking, because, you know, they are, I want to say they are 1000 series motors. Inside the box here, we also get some documentation. We get a quick start guide on how to turn it on. It looks like it's in Mandarin and in English here, what to do before your first flight. And inside here, there's a quick start guide as well, which has a QR code for scanning with your phone. So it teaches you about palm takeoff, palm landing, and you know, you can see on the website, it's pretty easy. There's the QR code right there. Scan that with your phone. It'll take you to the app. Let's just scroll down a little further here. I was kind of looking for information on how long the flight test is, or for the battery, how long the flight battery is. It is a 2S battery as well, and it comes out of the charger just like this, and has some teeth at the top, which I've seen on a bunch of other little toy drone style drones. I wouldn't really consider this one a toy drone. It looks like it's 1050 milliamp. It's super small on there, 7.2 volt battery, and it goes in the charger just like this, and top in first, and it snaps down into place, and it gives you kind of like a little Mavic charging type of device. Looks very similar to DJI's. Comes in that little box. This one is your extra battery box. So if you go on Amazon, you should be able to get extra batteries for this little guy. Now this is the drone in the box itself. And again, it looks like a flying fan or something. It has this little sort of mechanical gimbal with EIS on it. Another barcode here, which I'm assuming that would take you to the app or maybe the on-site online instructions. And we have some venting. And I was really hoping for an SD card slot. Maybe that's the SD card slot right there, but I don't think so. And the battery comes off just like this. There's a little notch on the side right here. So you just have to do that. It pulls off. And again, to get it back in there, you line the teeth up with the drone. There's 2 slots here. Press it down. and it snaps into place. And if you want to charge this, this is pretty cool. So we could take this out of the charger, put it in the side of the drone, and then you can charge the battery while it's sitting inside the drone. So that's also kind of a cool feature. And I don't see any lights letting me know that it's charging, but I know that that cable is powered. There it is. So the battery was so low, it just took a minute to come up, because we did a flight test earlier to see what it would do when the battery completely ran out. It was warning me. My phone was actually giving me haptic feedback, and it was vibrating in my hand to let me know, hey, I'm out of battery. So you can charge it like that inside the drone, or you can put it in the bottom of your charger and it will charge there. And it's kind of nice because the charger itself is actually a 2 battery charger, which is cool. So you can charge 2 batteries. And I'm assuming that most of these are going to come with 2 batteries, which is great because nobody wants a drone with 1 battery. That's like the worst. Let's just check the rest of this box right here. Ooh, there's a nice little case in there. That's cool. And it has a little Hover logo in there. It feels very similar, maybe even softer than the Axis Flying velvet bags that they have with their drones. So this will keep the dust off of it. So if you buy one of these, just keep it in this bag when you're putting it in your pocket. And the cool thing for me was that it did fit in my jacket pocket. I was able to put this, my GoPro, and my phone inside my jacket pockets on my bike and just ride with this drone. So that was kind of cool. It says it has 5 different flight modes on here. Zoom out mode. This website's kind of cool. Follow mode, orbit mode, which we tried. It was a really tight orbit. It's like a selfie orbit. Bird's eye mode. And I'm assuming inside the app, maybe we could do some more reviews on this, but I'm assuming that I can change the distance of the orbit mode, which would be super cool because I was able to change quite a few different types of follow. There was like 3 different height specifications and how close or how far away. So it looks like the product's it's not been just quickly kicked out. Like I've seen a lot of other products just kind of made super wham bam, and they're just off on Amazon. And there's a bunch of trash on Amazon. So if you're looking for a drone to buy and you're watching this video, definitely hang around on the channel because we're going to try not to review any really trashy toy drones. I get emails all the time from those companies, and it looks like it's 125 grams total takeoff weight. And I'm just going to grab my scale here. And let's actually weigh this thing with a battery on it while I got you here, since this is an experience video. Let's put the battery on there. You don't have to register this one with the FAA. You don't have to fly remote ID on this because it is under the 250 gram limit set by the FAA. So let's go ahead and put it on the scale so you can see it. And right now it says 128.5 grams. So, and again, it's folding, so it goes in your pocket easier. That's kind of cool. This is way better than what we played around with like a few years ago, because, when this company emailed me, I was hesitant about emailing them back because I thought it was the same company from a couple years ago who sent me like a toy drone very similar to this, and it sat on my shelf forever because it was terrible. But this is not the same company. They sort of went with this box fan design thing and changed it up and made it better. So this appears to be a better version of what once was out there. And I've always been skeptical of these selfie drones, but this took me back today to, I got to give a shout out to my friend Trent Sigurd out there in the interwebs, because he is a social media master. He's worked for a bunch of different companies, including Unique, and he designed the Breeze years ago. And that was one of the first sort of selfie, if you will, style flying cameras that you could fly off your phone. And it was a little bit wonky. Some people loved it, some people hated it. And I feel like in 2024, where we're at now with technology, if Trent had been on the team for this one, he would have had a lot to put into this because the software finally caught up. And what he was doing back then was revolutionary as far as trying to create a real self-flying camera. and eventually we're going to have something cool that's compact like a Skydio with full on obstacle avoidance and everything on there. But for for the $500 price point, you're probably not going to get that. But yeah, buy a Skydio if that's what you want. If you want to go fast and fly through trees and mountain bike through the forest, grab a Skydio. It's going to be a little bigger. It's not going to be quite as portable, but this is not what this product's trying to be. This product's trying to be kind of a sort of a compact little drone that you could just throw in your pocket and take with you on a bike ride, or chase somebody else who wants to get some bike video or something. But yeah, you could come up with all kinds of things to do with this little drone, and it survived my flight test, which is pretty good. But that's about it. That's about all I got for the HoverAir X1. I mean, I wanted to hate it, okay? I wanted to hate it. I'm not gonna say it's not the best drone, so the haters can just continue to be haters, but it is what it is, and I'm not telling you to buy it again. I'm just telling you to check it out, because it's worth checking out if you're somebody who's never flown a drone before and you just want something that you're just gonna buy once and play around with. This would be fun for a little while. Everything has kind of its interest shelf life, right? So whenever you buy anything, I know guys that have bought $2,000 Mavics and they're sitting in the closet right now. So let me give you that advice. If you really think you're going to use this, if you really think, hey, that looks cool, I liked what Justin did with it, I think that would be fun for me, go buy one. But if you don't want it, then don't buy it. But I'm super happy to show it to you, and I'm very enthusiastic about drones and stuff on this channel, and that's what I love. I've been doing it for 10 years now, and won't stop, can't stop, guys. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody's good out there, and I appreciate you for sitting here and hanging out with me in this review today, because this was a lot of fun. This was fun, and this is one I was avoiding. This is not my jam, really. So I was kind of avoiding it, but dare I say I'm a fan of the HoverAir X1. That's hard for me, because FPV's our thing, and this is still a drone technically, and man, it is really autonomous. It does a pretty good job. So maybe we can fly it some more. It's such a pricey drone that it really deserves a little more attention, and maybe a tutorial or some more modes explorations. But I hope you had fun with this one today. Maybe you did learn something if you're a new person on my channel. And if you are a new person on the channel, be sure to subscribe, because we got tons of cool new stuff. We get all the cool new stuff right here on this channel. I'm Justin Davis, guys. Take care. And I'll definitely see you on the next one.